और लोन बाबा ने नया फोन ले लिया। नहीं चलता है।
ओए चला बेल सिंह लिख दो लिख दो या बहुत ठीक है बेल सिंह ना पे
Good evening, all the students. We will be starting the session soon. So please ask all your friends who are part of this internship to join the session as soon as possible. We will be starting the session very soon. Thank you.
Hi all. Pushpa, can we start the session?
A very good evening to all, everyone who is present in this session today. A warm welcome to all as we gather for the special occasion, a masterclass that promises to unravel the intricacies of data analytics. We are honored to have with us Miss Arya, a distinguished software developer from IBM Kochi Labs. Arya embarked on her professional journey as just a year ago, joining IBM straight out of college. Currently, she lends her expertise to the IDAA project, where her contributions have been nothing short of remarkable. As a software developer with hands on experience in the ever evolving landscape of data analytics, Arya stands before us not just a practitioner but as a guide. Her journey from classroom to the heart of technology at IBM offers a unique perspective filled with insights that can inspire and guide those embarking on their own paths in data analytics. So, without any further delay, let's welcome Arya ma'am as she takes the stage to share her knowledge and experiences in today's masterclass on the topic of data analytics. Get ready to delve into the world of insights, challenges, and the endless possibilities that data analytics hold. Arya, the stage is yours. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank
Uh,
you, Usma, for the introduction. So,
Yeah,
hi
just
all. So,
1 minute. Sorry, Arya, to interrupt. Students, after the session, we will also be telling you some important information. There will be some important announcements after the session. So please stay back after the session. We will be having an important announcement and some discussions regarding the project submission. Yeah, thank you so much. And over to you, Arya.
thank you, Usma. So, let's start. So, as Usma has introduced, I've been working with IBM for the past 1 year. So, in this session, I would like to give you a hands-on training on one of the projects and how to do some projects based on data analytics. So, let me share my screen and hope my screen is visible. So today I'll be taking you a session which is I have taken one section last week where I've taught you regarding the NumPy Python libraries, several libraries. And today's session, I'll focus on hands-on session where I have made a project based on data analytics using Python and also some visualizations. So let's get started. So, project that I'm doing today is regarding data set. You can see I've taken a data set from Kaggle. The data set includes what I'm trying to do is to see screen time analysis. I can see that we use several applications every day in our mobile phones. So I have taken a data set from Kaggle, which includes some analysis on which on date, usage of applications, the number of notifications from different applications, and number of times each apps have been opened. So using this data set, I have made a project and I have analyzed some important analysis. I'll show you how I have done that. So to do that, you need to use Google Colab notebooks where I have used. I'll show you how to open and create a Google Colab notebook. So once I have gone to the Google Colab, we have to click on this new notebook. Once you click this, you'll enter into this tab. Here we can write your code and run it. So this is the screen time analysis, the code I have made. So firstly, I'll take you through each line one by one. So in this first code offline, I have imported the libraries, whichever I want to use. So here I have imported pandas, NumPy, Plotly. Plotly, these two are for visualization and these two are for numerical expressions. I've told you like why we use pandas and NumPy in the last session. I'll tell you here. Pandas are used for data if there is any null values, or it is a data framework where we can take the data set and use we could sort out each app, like you can see the results here. So to do this, I have used pandas, and NumPy is to sort into different arrays. I need the data set in a different array. So convert the data set into arrays, I use NumPy. And these two Plotly are two libraries where I've used for the visualization part. So I hope you understood all the libraries I've been using for Python. Next, I'll show you here what I've done is to import the dataset. So here I need to include the dataset which I have downloaded from Kaggle. So I would include it here in the file section. Here I have the option to upload the file which I have been using. So I uploaded the file here. After uploading, I'll click run. Once I click run, we'll get this data. So I can, as you can see, what all the data you can see from the data set, it have sorted it in a form that I can see the date, the usage, the notification times, the application is been opened, and which application is that. For that, this is what I got while I've used this print data.head. So data, what it does is a Python library. It calls up from, this is the data, which calls up the data frame of pandas. So data is inside, this data framework is from inside pandas library. And also, as you can see, the same one, the same thing is inside this. Pandas actually imported this data in this so that I could call it. So here I am calling the data dot, and is null checks whether there is any null value inside the whole of the data inside our CSV folder. So it checks and gives us the result that there is no null values, all the data is present. After that, I would like to know about all the different numericals, which is count, mean, std. So all these descriptions can be obtained using data.describe function, which I call, and you can see the usage, notifications, and times each application has been opened. Next one, I have gone to the visualization part of it, where I've used PX. PX refers to which the floatly, not express library. So it is defined as px. To call this, I have used figure equal to px dot bar. Inside that, we have a format to get on what each axis. On the x-axis, I have given the date, and the y-axis I have given usage, and the color and the title I have given. So on the color, I need that, and the title I need the usage. So here the title is usage. So you can see the figure dot show call. And in the next one, you can see where I've called the px dot bar, where I will get date in the x-axis, y in the notification axis as well. And the color I have chosen is for application. I need this color format in the applications, and the title I have given its notifications. So in the color app, I can see Instagram for this color and WhatsApp for the red color. And the day in the x-axis, I can see date and the notification in the y-axis. So this is how I have plotted, and you could analyze the data of the screen time. In the next one, I have used px dot bar in terms of the date times it have opened, so that it gives an analysis on the times opened versus the application. And lastly, I need to understand the relation between the number of notification and the usage. So that I have used the scatter methods, scatter plot graph, where I wanted to get the notification versus the usage graph. So I could build a relationship between the number of notifications and usage. So this is a small project which I have done for screen time analysis. Hope you understood. Is there any doubt? If you have any doubt, you could just ping me on. I can take this description. Any doubts? You could chat in the. Yeah. So the type of data which we can use is probably CSV files, or you can use uh, probably it is better to use CSV files. So how you can download it in your local file and upload it in the files place here. Or else you could upload it in your Google Drive, and you could mount your Google Drive into this Google Colab, so that the file can be fetched from your Google Drive. Mm. Yeah. So I'll give you dot describe is a function of numpy actually. What we have done is that we have imported the pandas library of Python, where I have incorporated this application. I have put all the data into pd dot, where I've used the pandas library pd dot read CSV. For that, I have initialized here called data. So all the data which is present in the CSV file has been put into the data variable. Now I just have to call it where I data.describe. So describe is a function of Python, so which gives out all the values in the data, which it includes these numerical values such as count, mean, std. You can include whichever library, whatever data set you are using, you could just import the pandas library and incorporate, just print it. You could just give it like data equal to pd.read CSV. Here you could include your data set and call this function, where is print of data dot describe, where you would get all the results regarding your data set. Actually, pandas, regarding the pandas, so pandas are, it is a data frame actually. So when you have a CSV file, you need the Python to read it. So it should be sometimes into a form of array, which it makes it easier for the data manipulation to work. So only we use pandas. You could use Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook. I just use Google Colab since it has inbuilt GPU. In case you have a very large data set, you could use the GPU of Google Colab. Yeah, so here is null dot sum. What it is doing is that here we have initialized the data, and what the data contains is the app details dot CSV file. So in the pandas library, it will check whether there is any null value, and to check the null value of all the function, we use the sum function inside this. Yeah, missing values or null values can be checked by using this data.isNull function, where it would list out if any null values is present. Like if date contains 2 or 3 null values, it will be listed here. Then you have to sort that. You have to remove those null values. So if your questions are over, I'll take you through some of the project ideas. Yeah. Some project examples and how to do a project. So those kind of sessions I'll take right now. So here you can see, hope you can see my screen. So here, what I've taken you through is the data set and screen time analysis. Now I'll take you through another one, just project ideas on how you could use different data sets and all. So here I'll show you one. Now one could be the Bitcoin cryptocurrency market. You could similarly take this data set from kaggle.com or any other popular data or any other data sources. Okay. So from that you could take up and just see the trend of how the Bitcoin has been varied for the last few years, and you could derive some insight from them using all the libraries I have used right now. And next, you can see the COVID-19 visualization of the COVID-19, a number of patients, including how many patients have been reduced right now, what is the count right now. And thirdly, I would ask you to real-time insights from social media data. This is another method, like you need to get the real-time insights. That means you need to include web scraping using a library of Python, which is Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is a library of Python which helps in web scraping. So you could implement that in your in real-time insights from social media data. And lastly, you have analyze international debt statistics. So it includes some numerical calculations and computations where you could use all the libraries I have listed up. So these are some project ideas that I would like to share with you. So these are some of the project ideas, and you search, you could get more of the projects inside the Google. Just type, and also if you go into the kaggle.com, you could see several uh, data sets. You could take any of the data sets and just give a try by adding them into your Google Colab and do some import some libraries and do some calculations. So you would get some insights on the data sets. That could be a project of yourself. I wouldn't recommend you to use a particular data set. It is all your choice. But I have given you some ideas on how to do a project and how to gain some insight from the data. Yeah, if you have some null values, you could remove them. If yeah, that comes up. If you have an Excel sheet, you could use Excel functions to remove those values, or else you can use Python itself to remove those values. So this is some project ideas. Now I would tell you on a add-on feature, which is a portfolio platform. This is for your college projects. So once you have done several projects in your data analytics platform or whatever projects you have done, it's better that you have to showcase whatever you have. So you could use these platforms such as LinkedIn or GitHub, where you could store your PowerPoint presentation on it and just give some posts in the LinkedIn, so that others could see what you're working on. So make use of these platforms to boost your career, or which makes it other people also know that you are so keen on understanding your. So once you do a project, make it a habit to post it in LinkedIn, and also use your GitHub account, so that GitHub is a platform. It's an open source community of developers, so you could create an account and start adding your projects in the repository. So, and you can also show your code of your Jupyter notebooks inside the GitHub. Yeah, you could use that project as well to uh, submit here. It's a good project. So next, I will show us on what all projects you could work on what type of data sets, so that your portfolio looks diverse. So some of the projects I've shown you, I've listed you. So similarly, when you're working on your data sets from Kaggle, you could do some scraping data from websites, or you could do some cleaning of the data. Those can be done. And also, there are different types of analysis which can be done. Once I have, since we did the screen time analysis, which we have taken some data sets and showed you how how people are using their screen time. It shows some predictive method of analysis. So and also by using the plotly library, you could visualize the data and understand how it comes, and whether the users have used the platform or the applications too much time, or which application. So those insights can be understood. And also, when you're using a project with Python, you'll also get versed with Python. So yeah, like your capability of using Python, it's also will be boosted. So this is how you approach a project while you are doing projects on data analysis. So this is what I had to tell you. So thank you guys. So this is regarding the project. So if there is anything, you could post it in the chat. Take a break of 10 minutes. I'll come back and join. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can post it in the chat. I'll reply to you in 10 minutes. Meanwhile, Usma, you could take the ground.
Sure. Thank you so much for the session. Students, if you have any doubt related to the session, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box. Arya will take all the questions and solve all your issues. So if you have any questions, please write it in the chat box. Hello, students. Before Arya comes back, let us discuss about the few important announcements. And then, if you have any questions related to the internship, you can ask. You can write it in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask the questions. So let's begin with the first announcement. First is that you have to complete your learning plan by today, but we have extended the deadline till tomorrow. So all the students who have still not completed their learning plan, I would request all of you to please complete your learning plan and submit it by tomorrow. We will not be accepting any learning plan after tomorrow. So if you have not still not submitted, we have extended a 1 day deadline for you. Please submit all the learning plans by tomorrow. uh, Also, we will be sharing the screen, just 1 minute, so that you know how the learning completion certificate looks like. Just 1 minute. Yeah. This is the link that we have provided to submit your certificate, learning plan certificate. So, this is the form that you have to fill once you complete your learning plan. Here, you have to write your email ID, college name, state, city, and this is the example, a sample of the learning plan learning plan certificate that will look like once you complete all the courses from the learning plan. So this kind of certificate you have to upload on the Google form that we have shared with you. And I'm reminding you again, tomorrow is the last date for the submission. So if you still have not submitted the learning plan certificate, please submit it by tomorrow. We have extended the deadline for tomorrow. This is the certificate that you have to submit on the Google form that we have shared with you. So you have to complete this form after you complete the learning plan. So this is one thing. Uh, Another announcement is that once you complete the learning plan, then you have to fill the form. And also, I just wanted to let everyone know that there are more than 3,500 students who have submitted the learning plan till now. So they have completed the learning plan and they have submitted the Google form till now. So those who have still not submitted it, please complete it by tomorrow and submit it as soon as possible. So this is the reminder. Next is your completion demo that we have already shared with you. Now we will be talking about the concept note. So as you all know that we have informed you that you have to prepare a concept note. So that concept note should be on the any idea that you want to pitch. You can prepare a concept note in any of the topics that you want to prepare. It is basically the idea of your project. So you have to prepare a concept note. It should be 1 to 3 pages, and you have to submit the same by 20th of November. We will be sharing the link to submit the concept note by today after the session. So you have to submit the concept note by today, by 20th of November. The What will be the content of the concept note? So the first will be the objective of your concept note. Whatever topic you choose, you have to write the objective of that topic. Then you have to write the rationale. That means the reason why you have chosen the project. You have to write the rationale of the project. Then the data source, whatever source that you have chosen for the data, you have to write about that. It can be Kaggle, it can be any government website that you have chosen the data from. You have to write that in the concept note, in the data source. Then the methodology that you have chosen, that you have to mention in the concept note. And the data visualization, that is basically the outcome that you are expecting from that topic that you have chosen. So these are the major 4 5 topics. We will be sharing everything in detail as well. We will also be sharing the concept note sample with you by tomorrow. But for now, just giving you the idea that the concept note basically portrays the idea that you have chosen for the project. You don't have to go in detail right now, just the idea of the project that you want to portray should be there in the concept note. It should be in 1 to 3 pages. Apart from that, there is also one link form, there is one link where you have to upload the Excel sheet. So the data set that you have used and all the data that you are doing, you have to upload that on the Google form, where there is the link to upload their Excel sheet. So I will be sharing the screen again to show how the Google form looks like. So this is the final submission Google form. We will be sharing the link with you today. So here you have to select the internship that you're currently doing, participant name, your email ID, your college name, state, city, and then upload your resume or CV. So basically, if you have not uploaded till yet, so then you can upload it here. It is an optional, it is not marked as red, so it is optional. If you have already uploaded, then you don't have to upload it again. If you have not uploaded, then you can upload it now. Then the concept note of 1 or 3 pager, and please upload it in PDF or Word format. So stick to this. You have to upload it either in PDF or Word format. This is the only format that we are accepting. Then the spreadsheet containing data, the data, if you are working on any data, then you can upload this here. Then, have you submitted your learning plan certificate? You have to select yes, because tomorrow is the last date. So please, once you complete this, then you have to submit this form as well, and any additional remarks. So this is the Google form that you have to complete after you prepare the concept note by 20th of November. If you have completed it before, you can start submitting this form as well. If you have any other questions, please do let me know. Also, learning plan completion certificate is very important for you to get eligible for any of the placement assistance or any of the rewards that we will be giving you for the certificates of the internship. It is very important that you complete the learning completion certificate. So if you have any questions, please write it in the chat box or raise your hands if you want to unmute yourself. Rohit, would you like to add anything apart from this?
Yes, there are a couple of questions that are coming in the chat box. So, students, we are not asking you to submit the entire working project. You must be working upon a dashboard. You must be working on a big project. But the intent of the concept note is just to make you submit an application of data analytics. So just brainstorm on the application of data analytics and submit us in the form of the concept note. We don't want a running model. We don't want the exact data analysis for now. We just want you to just think about the application and submit it in the concept note. And like Uzma has already talked about that it must contain objective, that why are you doing it, rationale, data source, from where are you downloading the data sets, from Kaggle or from any government website, or what is the methodology you're opting for, predictive modeling or descriptive modeling or any of other procedures, data visualization, how you are doing it, like through a pie chart or a line graph or a bar graph, or what is the conclusion you are planning to draw out of the data analysis, that you all have to write. We don't want expect you to like produce the entire project in 2 weeks. It's okay if you just submit as a concept note, just demonstrating your idea of data analytics and its application. That's it. And the two links which are shared with you in the chat box, one link talks about submitting the certificate and resume. We are collecting certificate because that certificate is a proof that you have successfully completed the learning plan, and we are collecting the resumes because we will be assigning you IBM buddies. So IBM buddies are basically IBM employees who would be reviewing reviewing your resumes and assisting you with the feedback that how can you elevate the quality of your resumes. So that's why we're asking you to submit your completion certificate and resumes. We have asked for resumes submission through the final deliverable submission link also. So in the concept note submission link, you have to submit us the resume if you have not submitted us before, and Also the concept note. Concept note, like Uzma has mentioned, in a PDF or a Word format, we will be expecting you not exceeding 3 pages. 1 to 3 pages would be sufficient. And the important thing is that we have also kept an option of uploading the spreadsheet. That question has been kept optional. So if you have used any data set, like downloaded from Kaggle or downloaded from any government website, or even if you've created your own database, junk database, so you can submit that to us so that we can also understand that what is the format of spreadsheet you have used for analysis. So that is the intent why are we asking you to submit your spreadsheet. So you don't have to prepare a spreadsheet. If you are using any data set to work upon, then submit that to us. If you're not using any database or any data set, don't submit to us. So that's why that question has been kept optional in the Google form. So I think I have answered all the questions you have asked around the concept note. If you have any questions, please ask right now. Otherwise, we can wrap this up. And we'll share all this information in the WhatsApp group. So please stay assured in that context. And you can opt for any application of data analytics. For example, if you want to go for COVID analysis in India, so your rationale can become how to reduce the COVID impact whenever COVID hit India next time. A conclusion would be that India is vaccinated enough that they will not be having much intense repercussions of COVID. Your data set could be the government health website, Ministry of Health website. Your data visualization can be that how with line graph you're visualizing the entire COVID situation in India. So that is how one of the example of project concept note. Similarly, you can do it on the rainfall analysis of India, that which area, which state receives the highest rainfall in India. You can download the data set from IMD. So that is how you can look for any application of data analytics and put that in 2 to 3 pages and submit that to us by 20th. But please be aware that we want you to submit your learning plan. That is the most important thing. We've extended the deadline because we want to give you enough time to complete that. And we have only received 3,500 completions so far. We have more than 12,000 students participating in the data analytics internship with us, but only 3,500 have completed so far. So if you want to receive the participation certificate, placement assistance, or any other perks which we have committed for, please do submit us the learning plan. That is the first requisite. Second is the concept note submission, which you have to do it through the Google form. So the two links which we have shared in the chat box contains all the relevant information that you have to submit to us to have a successful completion of the internship with us. And students are asking about the sample concepts notes. So we will share that with you tomorrow in the WhatsApp groups. So please stay connected through our WhatsApp. Students are asking about learning plan. So we have already shared. Uzma, please post the learning plan link in the chat box. So that learning plan link is basically that you have to complete couple of learning activities around data analytics domain. And on successful completion of those activities, you will receive a certificate that demonstrates your successful completion of the learning plan. So that is something you need to attach it. We have already shown you the sample while we were showing you the Google form. So that is the submission we are expecting you to do. There is no students. This is just concept note that would act as a final submission. So we're not expecting you to work on that concept note or convert it into a working model. Just concept note would act as a final submission. We don't want you to present us a final project or a final submission or final running model. No, just learning plan certificate and the concept note will make you eligible for the successful internship completion. I hope I make my point clear. These recordings on YouTube, if you want to go back to what we have said, you can navigate your way through the YouTube links we have shared with you. And there are students who have already submitted us the resumes and learning plan. Since you, Rongit is asking that you have submitted us the Google form. So they are not linked with your personal drive. You must have uploaded those files in the Google form, right? So those uploads remain on our drive, not on your drive. All right. So even if you have deleted those things from your personal drive, those documents would remain with us. So don't be stressed in that context. And there are students who are asking about the attendance link. So Uzma ma'am has already shared you the a message which contains all the relevant links which you must be having it. So refer to that message. It contains the attendance form link also. So you can fill out the attendance from there. So please refer to the 6 links Uzma ma'am has shared in the chat box. She would drop it once again. So I think that's all from my side. Uzma, over to you. You can close this session.
Yeah, students, we have shared all the important links in the chat box. We will also be sharing these links in the WhatsApp group. So before we end this session, RMM wants to take few doubts of yours. So if you have any doubt, then please raise your hands or unmute yourself and ask questions. She's here to solve all your doubts. Over to you, Arya.
Hi all. So, Sindhamaya, I would like to take up the questions regarding the session I have held. Is there any questions? Please free to put it in the chat box or else you could unmute.
Students, if you have any doubt related to the session that we just had, then please ask from Arya ma'am. We'll take all your questions after this session. So please, if you have any questions related to the session that Arya ma'am has just conducted, then please ask in the chat box. We will take all other questions later. Thank you.
And also, this is your last opportunity to connect with the industry expert. So please leverage the full out of it, because you won't get a chance to be connected with Arya ma'am or any other industrial experts from the domain. So please leverage the most out of it. If you have any technical queries or domain specific queries around data analytics, do ask right now. We can definitely resolve your program related or an internship related queries, but we might not be able to handle your technical queries. So this is the time, guys. Please leverage this opportunity. I think Uzma, people don't have any doubt, so you can close this off.
Sure. So let's conclude this session because yeah.
Sorry
Yeah,
to
Rohit.
interrupt you. There are people who are asking about the job prospects as a data analyst or a data scientist. So I think before we close this up, Arya ma'am, can you shed some light upon the career prospects as a data analyst? That what kind of a jobs are available in the market and how a fresher can root his journey in this domain. So I think that is the closing note for this session.
Okay, thank you, Rohit. So I would shed some light on that as well. So since you are doing this internship with IBM SkillsBuild platform, this is actually a great opportunity as a stepping stone to do something out of or something for your career. So I hope you guys are off from first or fourth year of your college. So in this period of time, you have a great opportunity to start upskilling yourself for different kind of career path. You have the opportunity to choose the career path you want. So how data analytics would help you in building that? Is that this would like this is a first step that you would be starting to build. Like if you are doing projects on data analytics, this would reflect as a person how how keen you are on technologies, how broad you are able to grasp the knowledge on different topics. So this is what being enhanced by doing all these kind of projects. And when you come into the industry level, you would be using more advanced tools, not just these Python modules or Google Colab. It would be another area of technology, which includes Docker, Kubernetes, which is some other platforms. So basically, when you start your career, I would ask you to make a portfolio and a diverse portfolio of different projects, which I have listed below, and I have shared in the PPT. I'll share the PPT with you guys as well. So I have listed the different areas of Python like projects on data analysis. By doing all these kind of projects, it is like it enhances how you would be able to understand each concept and how you are able to achieve the end goal. How it depends upon how we are going through the project. It can be any source like YouTube. There are various sources where you could understand, try to take up a project. Once you start building different tech stacks, you don't have to just narrow down to data analytics. You could widen your area of projects. Once you start building the projects, make a portfolio out of it, which is the first step if you're going to the job market. So once you have made the portfolio, you could like market yourself in LinkedIn and like let other people also know that you are doing all these projects, so that you would be one step ahead of all your colleagues. So once you start doing this, you would get a grasp of some topic, so that when a interview comes up, when you are applying for any jobs, you would be able to tell you something on technologies. So this is one part. Or else you could use different projects like full stack development or any other development platforms you could choose. It depends wholly upon your career choice. Once you start building projects, which is a very good move that you need to take uh, hold of. So I would encourage everyone to start making your portfolio much bigger and brighter, and you could choose anything. Don't just get into any part of data analytics. No, you could use any other projects as well, like machine learning, deep learning methods, and do some projects on it. So as in my college days, what I did was I made some projects on data and using Python, as well as I made some projects on full stack web development. So which made me easier for interviews to crack the interviews, because the interviews would be much appreciate. They would appreciate us because we are eager to learn new things about new things. So they would just understand that okay, this guy is able to grasp new knowledge, new technology stack. So that would be a plus point when you take up some interviews. So this is a first stepping stone towards your career. And as you are doing the internship with IBM right now, it's also a great opportunity to collaborate and have this opportunity to work, like to understand and work with industry experts. So there are guiding support for it. I'll share my LinkedIn profile as well. So if you have any doubts regarding your career or any doubts, please feel free to ask me. So all the best, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arya. On behalf of everyone here, we extend our sincere appreciation for your time, expertise, and valuable perspective you have shared. Thank you all the students for the participation. I hope you gained some knowledge of data analytic concepts, and now you can move forward with your project submission and completion of your learning plan. I wish you all the best. Happy learning. Thank you.